100 years old in the Senate, the oldest and youngest lawmakers ever elected into U.S. Congress. Imagine being elected to the U.S. Senate at just 28 years old, fuddy breaking the Constitution's rules. Or serving in Congress until you are 100. Welcome to GoldenTime Vault, where we uncover mind-blowing us political history records. Tonight on GoldenTime Vault, we uncover the oldest U.S. Senator ever, the youngest U.S. Senator ever, the oldest U.S. representative in history, and the youngest person ever elected to Congress, their ages, their political parties, their states when they were elected, and the age at which they exited office. Stay until the end, because one of these lawmakers broke the Constitution's age rule. Before we begin, please like this video, subscribe to GoldenTime Vault, sister, turn on notifications for more powerful U.S. political history content. Let's begin. The oldest U.S. Senator ever to die birthday, Strom Thurmond, born the 5th of December 1902 in Edgefield, South Carolina. In 1954, Thurmond won a seat in the U.S. Senate from South Carolina, running as a Democrat at age 51. That alone would be a full political career for most people. But Strom Thurmond was not most people. 1956, when re-elected, won the Democratic primary and general election. Age 53, 1960, Ellie elected, won re-election as a Democrat. Age 58, 1964, 30 Swid Party switched from Democrat to Republican. 1966, Divey re-elected, first re-election as a Republican. Age 64, 1972, Wind elected. Age 69, 1978, re-elected. Age 75, 1984, re-elected. Age 81, 1992, re-elected. Age 87, 1996, final re-election. Age 93, retired in January 2003 at 100 years old, remains the oldest serving US senator in American history. He died just 5 months after retiring from the U.S. Senate on the 26th of June 2003 at 100 years. He had served 47 years in the Senate, making him the longest-served senator ever in U.S. history. The youngest U.S. senator ever, John Henry Eaton. Now, we go to the other extreme. And this story is a constitutional mystery. Wrapped inside early American frontier politics, the U.S. Constitution stipulates that you must be at least 30 years old to serve in the United States Senate. Nobody told John Henry Eaton, or more accurately, nobody asked him. Eaton was born on the 18th of June, 1790, in Halifax County, North Carolina. He grew up in Tennessee, studied law, fought alongside Andrew Jackson in the War of 1812, including the Battle of New Orleans, and became one of Jackson's closest political allies. In 1818, at just 28 years, 4 months, and 29 days old, Eaton was appointed to fill a vacant Tennessee Senate seat, and then elected to it in full. He was nearly 2 full years below the constitutional minimum. How did it happen? Simple. It was 1818. Birth records were poorly kept. Ages were sometimes unknown, even to the people themselves. His fellow senators simply never raised the question, and Eaton was smart enough not to bring it up. He wasn't even the only one. Henry Clay was sworn into the Senate at 29, Armistead Mason at 28 years and 5 months. The early American Senate, it turns out, was remarkably flexible on its own rules. Eaton served in the Senate until March 1829, when he resigned to become Andrew Jackson's Secretary of War, entered office at age 28. Left the Senate at approximately 38. He went on to serve as governor of the Florida Territory and U.S. Minister to Spain. He died on the 17th of November, 1856, and that record, a 28-year-old in the United States Senate, has stood for over 200 years. No one has come close since. Oldest U.S. House Representative ever, Ralph Hall, Texas 4th District, age at exit, 91. Now we move to the House of Representatives and meet a man who is the living embodiment of what it means to refuse to quit. Ralph Moody Hall, born May 3, 1923, in Fate, Texas. At 19 years old, Hall joined the U.S. Navy and flew Hellcat fighter planes off aircraft carriers in World War II. After the war, he earned his law degree from Southern Methodist University, became a county judge, served in the Texas State Senate, and in 1980, at age 57, he won a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives from Texas's 4th Congressional District. He ran as a conservative Democrat, but Hall and the Democratic Party were drifting apart. By 2004, he did something that shocked many in his district. At age 80, he switched parties and became a Republican backed personally by his friend, President George Bush. And he kept winning. In 2011, a lake and a highway in his district had already been named after him. He never lost a general election in his entire 34-year career. Ralph Hall died on the 7th of March, 2019, at 95 years old, first elected 1980 at age 57. Party Democrat, then Republican from 2004. State, Texas, 4th Congressional District. Age when he left office, 91, deceased 2019. The oldest person ever to serve in the United States House of Representatives. Youngest House Representative ever, William Charles Cole Claiborne, Vertical Bar, Tennessee, at large vertical bar age at entry, approximately 22, and now perhaps the most audacious story of all four. The youngest person ever to serve in the United States House of Representatives. The Constitution says you must be at least 25 years old to serve in the House. William Charles Cole Claiborne was 22. Born around 1775 in Sussex County, Virginia, Claiborne moved to New York City as a teenager and worked as a clerk for John Beckley, the very first clerk of the United States House of Representatives. He was already inside the machinery of American democracy before he was old enough to shave. He studied law, moved to Tennessee, and at just 21 years old, was appointed to the Tennessee Supreme Court by Governor John Sevier. A sitting Supreme Court justice at 21, then in 1797, he ran for Congress. His mentor, the man whose seat he was seeking, was none other than Andrew Jackson, who was moving to the Senate. Claiborne won. He was 22 years old. The House of Representatives knew he was underage, or at least suspected it, and they seated him anyway. Not once, but twice. He was re-elected to the 6th Congress at 24 and seated again. The official record from the U.S. House of Representatives History, Art and Archives confirms it. William Charles Cole Claiborne is to this day the youngest person ever elected and seated in the U.S. House of Representatives. He didn't seek a third term in the House. In 1801, President Thomas Jefferson appointed him governor of the Mississippi Territory. He later became governor of Louisiana, the first governor of the state, and was eventually elected to the U.S. Senate from Louisiana in 1816. He died on the 23rd of November, 1817, at approximately 42 years old. While serving in the Senate, he had been a Supreme Court justice, a congressman, a governor, and a senator, all before his life was cut short. Party, Democratic Republican. State, Tennessee, at large age when elected to the House, approximately 22. Age when he left the House, approximately 25 or 26. Deceased 1817. So what do these four extraordinary records tell us about American democracy? They tell us that age, in either direction, has never been a barrier to power in the United States Congress. A 22-year-old could shape the law of the land in 1797. A 100-year-old could cast Senate votes in 2002. The Constitution sets a floor. It has never set a ceiling. Today, Congress is older than at almost any point in modern history. The oldest current sitting senator, Chuck Grassley of Iowa, is 92 years old and still actively serving. The debate over age limits, cognitive fitness, and term limits for Congress is louder than it has ever been. But nobody has matched Strom Thurmond's 100-year benchmark, and no modern politician has come anywhere close to the bold audacity of a 22-year-old taking a seat in Congress. Whether these records inspire you or concern you, they are a uniquely American story, written by people who refused to accept the limits of what was possible. If you made it this far, you're exactly the kind of person the GoldenTime Vault exists for. People who love history, people who want the real story, not the textbook version. Do us a favor, right now hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds and it genuinely helps more people discover this channel and these incredible stories. Subscribe if you haven't already. We drop new videos every single week covering the untold, the record-breaking, and the jaw-dropping side of American history that most people never get to hear about. And we want to hear from you in the comments. Should there be a maximum age limit for serving in Congress? Drop your answer below. We read every comment. Coming up next on GoldenTime Vault. Why is Congress so old? The shocking truth about age in the 119th U.S. Congress 2026 update. You will not want to miss it. This is GoldenTime Vault. History isn't old. It is just waiting to be rediscovered.
So Pario, like and subscribe to GoldenTime Vault.